Croatian bureaucracy, birth certificate. I have a great story about bureaucracy in Europe, Croatia in particular. I was born in Croatia and moved to USA like 35 years ago. I needed my birth certificate for some real estate transaction. So, since I am in US, my sister went to the regional office to get the birth certificate. She knows that the bureaucracy in Croatia is horrible, but her trick is to come in about 5 to 10 minutes before closing. Because they are eager to go home so they don't complicate things as much as they usually do. So here is their conversation. Sister. Good afternoon. Single quote. Lady behind the counter. Good afternoon. Single quote. S. I am here to get the birth certificate for my brother. L. Sure. We can do that. Was he ever married? S. Yes. He is married. L. Oh sorry. We need the marriage certificate to verify that he did not change his last name. You have to go to this address to get the marriage certificate. S. Silence. Thinking. S. Would you mind if we start again? L. No problem. S. Good afternoon. L. Good afternoon. S. I am here to get the birth certificate for my brother. L. Sure. We can do that. Was he ever married? S. No. Never. L. Here you go. Have a nice evening. S. You too. I live in USA for too long. I would never thought about this. Practical compliance. And just like that, her brother was single again. Less than learn the one trick divorce lawyers want to keep from you. This reminds me of the time I was talking to the Social Security Administration or the passport office or something. They were asking me questions to verify my identity. One was, what is the city of your birth? I answered immediately. With the name of the town I grew up in. There's a hospital in town. Surely that's where I was born. Right? Nope. That hospital is younger than I am. The lady on the phone said, that is not what's on your birth certificate. So I looked to my dad, who was in the room with me, and asked, wait, what city was I born in then? And he told me it's the next town over. I immediately gave the answer to the lady, who had to respond, you can't ask other people for the answers. This is to prevent fraud. Quote, oh, sorry. My bad. I mean, I am me. So that was the only question I hesitated even slightly to answer. It's just amusing that I found out the town I lived in for all of my childhood is not technically where I was born. And during a call to the government where they had to rigorously verify my identity. It should have been for her other brother. Bravo. Honestly, I kinda do this with my customers at work when I need a phone number for something. I mostly just have to enter a phone number. I'll never know if the one you give me is yours or not. Nor do I care. And some people really don't want to give you their phone number. Lol, coming in late worked well for me at the Department of Motor Vehicles in the US. Where I lived, if you were in the door before they closed at 5, they had to help you. I was in and out in about 45 minutes. The place was packed and in a large city. If I had shown up earlier in the day, I would have been looking at a minimum 3-hour wait. What an amazing exchange. Just makes me giggle. A friend recently went to a German office half an hour before closing. Can't help you. I already powered down the computer for today. So, maybe Croatian bureaucracy isn't all that bad. My mother was born at a time where there were no hospitals on the island. So no records of her birth. But her father craved her birthday on a tree out back. In her 30s she wanted to leave to Australia. Somehow she was able to get documents. She wanted to use her real birth date, but she couldn't find the tree. Her father said there was another woman in the village born on the same date. So she went to find her and she didn't know her birthday either. Your husband needs to sign that. He's disabled. Well, he still needs to. Goes out the door then back into a different line. Your husband needs to sign that. He did. He's in the car but can't walk. Here is his signature. Oh, okay. End. You missed the part where your sister handed over the package of coffee and the €100 bill. I miss those good old times. You know what the most common document is in Croatian bureaucracy? FT1P, Fali T Jedan paper. In the US, she probably would not be able to get your birth certificate. I think it has to be the person themselves. A parent or a spouse. Don't think they let sisters apply. Most of it is online now anyway for requests. I dunno about Croatia, but in the US the man typically doesn't change his last name. This boggles my mind. In my country it is absolutely impossible for you not to know in which city you were born. It is constantly on papers from school onwards. I think I knew from the age of 6 that I wasn't born in our city. But in the next one, because at the local hospital, fathers weren't admitted during birth. And my father absolutely wanted to be present. When my sister was born 3 years later, they had changed policy so she was born in our city. In my city, certain certificates, papers are very tricky to obtain. You go to that office when you think you have all the documents required, generally is needed in form from X place, at dollar price, forms that you can download and print, but are sold by an employee or in an photocopy shop. If is an employee, is for justify his job. Nepotism are similar. If photocopy shop, is an friend of the boss of that office. Do Croatian dudes change their name when they marry? R. Practical compliance. It was a different brother, she just forgot when she asked. Laughing face. A lot of people attempted to pull this on me for a more serious issue. And if their anger at my refusal is any indication of their past experiences with it, then it must work at least sometimes in the USA. I have heard Split, Croatia is a lovely place to live. True?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.